Can you hear it? Welcome to Relay.
Moo. Moo, moo, moo. Moo. Moo, 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 moo.
Don't have
Moo.
a cow, man.
Moo. Moo. Moo.
What's your beef with things?
Moo.
This is a really high stakes show.
Moo.
All right, you're milking it now.
Moo.
Uh-oh.
You're making my blood curdle.
Moo.
Oh, wow. Les moo.
Le moo.
Oh.
What do you got
Anybody?
on the head?
Space moo.
Space moo?
Space moo.
Space Marine 2, where you are a power star tease.
I like that one. That's good. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Relay Station, which is a thing that continues to happen on a somewhat semi-regular basis. We welcome yourselves. We hope that you have brought the customary pineapple inside a coconut gift of welcoming and acceptance and
How would you?
You know, 2 people have left already.
Probably.
One of them.
good. Only 2 more. Infinite cosmic power.
God. I remember before the
I would like
internet,
to
when
see-
the only way to get your news was if you knew Huey Lewis.
Who?
Give it a minute. Give it a minute. Come on, Huey Lewis.
And the news?
Huey Lewis. Yeah. Before the... And that was the... Oh, God.
I don't get it.
You've got all the ingredients, you got the finished result, and you're just like, no, this is some kind of witchcraft.
Yes.
Exactly. Yep.
The only way to get your news before the internet was to know Huey Lewis. And Huey Lewis's band was Huey Lewis and the News.
My voice is
It's
echoing.
funny
Why?
because I explained it.
I don't get it.
Shiver is just he's probably done with it, both of us. These bloody Canadians, right?
Right?
Hey
Let's
everybody.
test. Does that sound better or worse?
Sounds the same. This is what I tried to tell you before we go live, and you're just like, nah, because he is pissed as fuck every single time right before we go live, and then believe it or not, like the fucking second
like,
before he,
Focus.
just like that, he's just like, and welcome to Relay Station. You know, it's crazy. We see him in the background. You see that fucking coat hanging behind him there? A minute ago, that had his suspenders on that he was wearing, and I don't mean the trousers.
What other kind of suspenders are there?
Nylon.
Oh. Wait, let me do this.
You forced him to put on a jacket, Shiver. Look at this.
Remember when we used to dress up? Well, remember when you used
Me?
to dress up for this shit?
Yeah,
I did.
I was gonna say there has never been a time when I've dressed up for the show.
I used to dress up for this on the regular, and then
Yes, you did.
life.
And then we were disappointed when, you know, it started to crumble when we found out the bow tie was a clip-on. And then the empire and the facade slowly gave
Slowly
way
crumbled.
from that point on.
But to be clear, you sent, I think it was you or Ghost that sent me it was you
I
that
did
sent
I
me,
gave it to you.
oh yeah, you gave it to me. And I tied it. Look, I don't remember yesterday. Do you think I remember like 10 friggin' years ago?
Yesterday seemed like so far away.
Oh god.
All my troubles.
Wow. Wow.
All right. Welcome to the relay station. We've actually got two inside the verses to talk about today, and they're, in my opinion, both quite exciting. Though I've got some little niggles.
You have niggles.
Niggles.
Wow.
I don't know what. Like they're
I
little.
told you to put the cream on before we went live.
Also, the last two shows before CitizenCon. So
Yeah. So, CIG are now on hiatus until. What? Oh, am I shouting?
Are you staying up for CitizenCon?
Oh God, I don't know. I'm gonna be there. I don't know if I'll be awake.
you better be awake.
I make no
Otherwise,
guarantees.
if you're not all weekend at Bernie's you know,
If my voice
carry you
loud,
around and
shouldn't
It's
be.
like you've got too much gain on the microphone.
Yeah, I'm trying to turn that down right now and see if that helps at all. I don't like it's. I've changed nothing on my end, honestly. So I don't know.
It's quite impressive that you've got that sort of level of volume, and I have no idea where your fucking microphone even is. It's quite impressive.
right there.
Shit, that's actually really impressive. You're that far away from the fucking
That's
thing.
pretty good. You're not that close to it, yeah.
And you're
Is this any better? Is this better or worse?
You sound fine to me.
sounds the same.
Okay. All right. I've moved it to right in front of my face. So
Makes it worse.
I
I swear you're using the wrong microphone. I swear to the Emperor.
nope.
Which emperor?
I mean, there's only one.
no, because I'm.
The Emperor
it's-
of mankind.
I mean, here. Look, I'll try doing this, and you can tell me if it's worse. How much worse is this?
Oh my god.
Oh, that's doubled. Yeah, that's
Okay.
just doubled it.
And now one of them's gone. How much worse is this?
Sounds the same to me.
Yeah, it just
Yeah.
actually just sounds like you're a little bit too loud now.
I mean, I can make myself quieter very easily.
Citizen Ninja says you're better.
Please.
So we'll listen
Okay.
to them.
If this is better, then I'll go with this.
Just like turn the volume, please turn the volume down. It's like you're not satisfied unless
You
that
can-
fucking level me so it just doesn't drop whenever you speak. It must permanently be on that red shaking.
You can turn him down on your end.
It's true, you can. I've turned myself down. Hopefully this is okay.
80%.
I am a loud bastard, I
If
know.
I turn him down any lower, it's going to be on settings I put for Americans.
I'm Canadian, I know.
All right.
Regardless. All I've done is stopped using broadcast for right now. So we'll run with it. Okay. Like I was saying, it's just now you'll pick up other stuff as well. Like I was saying,
Sorry, I give you such a hard time every week, and I love you to bits. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
I'm not
Still
good
do
at
that.
this. It's, 6Fs and Caps went and like had a child and a family and doesn't do all my audio setup anymore. So, and I mean, we all
it's
know
7Fs now.
it is. But we all know that I am not. Yeah, we all know that I'm not mentally equipped to do things good.
I think you're pretty much on par with the rest of us, David.
Special. So this is going to be our last show until we jet to CitizenCon. I actually don't even know what our plans are for CitizenCon. I don't think we're going to be.
CitizenCon.
Yeah.
Probably queue up extra early. Wait in the queue for a bit.
Didn't you?
Don't know, but I don't know what people do in queues when you're foreign. We just sit there and drink tea. I don't know. You want to burn some flags. I don't know what's Canadian. Do you like make pancakes where you queue and then you
no.
go in?
Our tradition is to get uncomfortable when people recognize us and we forget that we've been podcasting for 10 years.
Yeah.
I don't recognize you.
Yes, they do. Every time I go.
Yep. It's weird.
Okay, maybe Nakara. Maybe Nakara.
They recognize David too.
No, the only
man.
reason they recognize Dave is because they go up to him and think, they've got a Santa Claus in.
How exactly?
I'm not
I
that
just got a
jolly.
different one from the Cheap Magician.
Oh, okay.
Cheap magician, I get.
Oh man, that's funny.
Okay, so we're gonna cover. Let's look at some stuff, and let's hope that CitizenCon is good.
It's just gone down from 10 to 9. Someone just came here just for the abuse, and then as soon as you said, right, we're going to do the actual podcast, oh, well, fuck this then.
How would anyone do that?
I think. Okay, hear me out. Long-term goals for Star Citizen. One, we need to be able to farm and raise our own Copion or space cows.
Yeah, of course.
2, we need to be able to name our space cows.
Of course. Yeah.
3, they need to give us exactly what they showed at the very beginning of this clip and let us hairstyle our own space cows.
Yeah.
And then 4, let us enter them in, galaxy-wide space cow fashion contests.
Yeah.
I was hoping you were going to say races. Because
That too.
go really fast. They go,
Oh yeah,
they go so
Yeah.
fast, they go right past your eyes.
All right. What's the joke, Shiver?
Past your eyes.
Oh God, there it is. Oh, I missed it. I'm sorry.
it was good.
That was a really good one.
I can tell. Yeah, that's why I had to explain it.
No,
That's-
I'm too tired for my brain to work. That's
I mean,
the issue here.
the best puns have to be explained. The best dad jokes have to be explained. If your kid understands your joke, you're doing something wrong.
Oh yeah. of
I
course.
don't do dad jokes. I
This
don't have
video
any
is
children, so it's, when
awesome.
I do it, it's just a faux pas.
It's beautiful.
I'm gonna stop now because
So,
working on the routine for the past 14 years. Hopefully, by the end of this shit, if we don't get a game, I'll at least have a fucking decent stand-up routine. Go around the world with it.
you would be a pretty good stand-up person. You'd have to do a lot of audience interaction, but I think you'd be very good. Like, there's some stand-ups that like make their entire thing about like asking people questions and then taking the piss out of them. And I think you would
But
be
a lot of the time,
friggin'
my things are just going to be, someone's going to come to you. Yes, well, I'm actually a family therapeutist, and I've helped many people be rehabilitated and succeed. Their family milestones. Oh, well, fuck you then.
It's more like, hey, so how long have you two been dating? Oh, we're not dating. And then you get to rip them for that and make fun of them, and I don't know. I don't get it. I don't think it's funny, but apparently lots of people do, so.
Someone was sat in the audience, weren't they?
I've only been to one comedy show ever. And
Never again.
it was all
I
right.
was sitting next to my sister.
No, this is a true story. So we went to visit to watch like a friend of one of my friends perform, and he completely bombed his set, like absolutely abysmal, and we all felt really bad. The comedian that went on after did really well. It was good. But then he came out and like we sat down for drinks after, and he was like, to me, he was like, you know what? You've got really good delivery. You would make a really good comedian. And I've I've always thought about this, and I've always thought the guy that just put on the worst comedy show I've ever seen told me I would make a good comedian. I'm not sure.
That's not a ringing endorsement.
I don't think it's a ringing endorsement of my comedic timing.
That's awesome.
Space
I like the
cows.
fact that we did this. I like the fact that we did this just a little bonus extra bit, and that guy who went, "Oh well, that's actually going to do it now." He fucked off. Well, he missed it.
Well, he didn't. He just came back. So
Did he? Oh yeah. Oh bollocks.
I like space
this
cows.
video is awesome.
It is. I really like that they're all the same cow, but they all look different on different biomes. I think that's friggin' brilliant.
Yep.
They're cloned. They're all the same cow. I really hope that they let us track down people that shoot them and shoot them, because I don't think you should ever kill one of these beautiful creatures.
Hang on.
yeah.
Last show, you were very much, I don't want to do PvP. I don't want to engage in PvP. Now all of a sudden, hey, they killed that cow. I'm fucking Keanu
fuck
Reeves
him up.
now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Harris Wick.
Look, there are lines.
Rules.
Lines you don't cross. All right? That's one of them.
I'm thinking. I don't want the cows with the human lips.
I think they'd be great. I think they should give them lipstick. But they're not pigs, so I guess I can't.
Oh man, this all
I don't know.
looks really good. I like it.
The cows look
I
good.
hope they more creatures, man. More creatures.
Hmm.
Always more creatures.
Actually, I'm going to go back to the creatures, because this is... Go ahead, Shiver.
As always, it's the start of something, you know, they put it in, it's just like very basic herd mechanics, make sure that's robust enough to be built off of, and then hopefully hunting sometime soonish. Couple of years, maybe? Fishing?
Well, I mean, they were shooting them in the videos, so yeah.
I haven't seen this one yet. I'm waiting for the panel one.
I see.
There are some really good things about what they've shown here. One, again, like them adapting the one animal to different biomes is really smart. So one of the things they're going to get away with is lots of the planets in Star Citizen lore have been terraformed. So they have been made to all have, you know, similar life. So they will be able to get away with that a fair bit. But they do have to create a lot of unique life forms.
Yep.
And there are honestly two really easy ways to cheat that. One is alter them slightly for different planets and biomes. They've got 5 different biome ones here. Even go to another planet, they can port 3 of the biome ones over and then make a new acid biome one, right? Like they can do that fairly readily to already made animals, because you don't have to change the animations, you don't have to change the AI behaviors. They're the same animal, they just look different, but it makes a difference. The other thing they really need to implement, random sizing for the animals. There should be bigger ones and should be smaller ones. I hate uniform creature sizes in games. And if we're talking about hunting, in some, like, actually, man, going back to, like, Legend of Zelda... God, I don't even remember which one. But, like, lots of games, when you fish, they give you the fish species that you caught and also its length. Monster Hunter, when you hunt one of the giant monsters, they give you its length in centimeters. Okay, give me the size of the space cow I just killed, because bigger space cows are worth more or something. I don't know. But that's a really easy. Yeah, but that's a really easy way for them to add believability and a bit more content for not very much effort, I think.
Mhm.
Rant done. Shiver, you look extraordinarily contemplative. Contemplative. You're thinking.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Just thinking about fishing.
I mean, fishing.
Coming soon.
Why are fish, right? Why aren't they more intelligent? They're always getting caught, and I thought they lived in schools.
They live in American schools.
Nope, not saying that. Let's move on. Move on.
Move on. We're talking about fish, not cows, Shiver. Come on. I thought you were on the ball.
That's really red herring.
Herring.
So what's this video of? I'm trying. I didn't actually get to watch this episode. I'm kind of.
So this is some new hairstyles and new character customization options. So they've got a new mullet. They've got a couple new hairstyles. Shiver's kind of quiet. I can increase Shiver's volume very easily. Oh, I can't. You're at max.
My microphone.
Yeah, that's better because you're at max. New hairstyles, big poofy hair, which looks great. I right here, it's going to show it. Look at that with the hat on, though. Look at that with the hat on. Most games, when you put a hat on hair like that, the hair gets bundled up under the hat, and they do. That is fantastic. I hate it when games do that. I love that they did that. They're also showing off tattoos. They're adding a number of.
Look really good.
Yep. But they're also adding. They're not only adding hue to it to change the color, but they're also adding age, so you can have older tattoos and newer tattoos, which is a really nice touch. Something that doesn't get included a lot of the time.
Question.
I really like a lot of these.
Answer.
Yeah, okay.
Proposition.
Will everyone be able to wear a hat on this, or will there be a cap?
Very nice.
No comment.
That there is a javelin ship tattoo, so they're showing off. They've got like the Copion, they've got the javelin. They're doing ship tattoos, animal tattoos. They've got a Pengu tattoo, not Pengu. Pangolin, Pengu, Pico
I
tattoo.
think one of the most impressive things is how the skin stretches with the tattoo properly. That's neat.
Yeah,
It's pretty awesome.
they seem to have done a really good job on this. They only show off a couple different ones in this, but still, proof of concept, first iteration, really cool tattoo system. Yay, tattoos!
Yeah.
And then they're also starting on piercings. So they're starting just with dot piercings, not loops, because loops they have a lot more work to do on. But
they're gonna want to give them. They want to give the physics, aren't they?
well, what they were saying is it's harder with the meshes because as you move, like the ear mesh, they have to make sure it clips to the right spot in the ear, whereas the what are they called? The dot ones.
Dots.
Studs.
What?
Studs.
Thank you. Sorry. The stud earrings or the stud piercings are not as difficult for them to do, so that's what they've started with, or at least including a bunch of them, and they'll move on to more after. But it's still a nice to see them add more character customization options. And again, this freaking hat, I love this so much.
Yeah, the hat. The shot with the hat is fantastic.
Yeah.
Because man, there's so many games that do that right.
Yeah. And one thing to mention that I thought was kind of important that they talked about during the show, one of the space cows is very hairy, and it's done using the same tech as like the people hair, so that space cow's hair will move in the breeze and will like it's going to be visibly hair. Because
so it'll be very majestic.
Yeah. So because CIG have no friggin' chill.
Can you shave them?
Clearly, they've shown different levels of it. So as long as they had the option at some point, why not?
That would be really funny. That'd be really funny to start up a shop for quasi-grazer sweaters.
Shady shop. Now they're showing off some new facial hair options. There's 2 new beard options, but there's also now a stubble checkmark. So you can check off stubble and you get some stubble. I mean,
The time we ever won it is in a fucking game.
I love stubble. I hate clean shaven. Clean shaven sucks. Like up here and down here.
That's a lot more than stubble.
Well, it is now, but normally when I shave it, it comes in as stubble. And then it grows, and then I have to shave it again. But I like it when it's in the stubble shave, so that I don't... I really hate the perfectly clean lines on the beard. I think it looks manufactured and fake.
I can't...
Like...
probably not something anybody really needs to know, but I actually can't shave really closely, or my skin freaks out.
Yep, mine too.
So
Hence
I
the
always
beard.
Only stubble.
I do now. I used to like straight razor and oof.
What I do. But I only have stubble for like a few hours of the day, and then it's basically, right, you're going to get a beard now. Okay, cool.
Yep. Was there anything else on this episode? No, so that was all for the previous week's episode.
The characters.
Yeah, there is something here. I don't actually know too much what it is, but I'm gonna... This... It's the Zeus? Did they do an episode recently on the Zeus?
Mark II.
Yeah, the Zeus Mark II. Okay.
Well, I say on it, but yeah, the Zeus Mark II, yeah. Yeah, I'm still not enthused for it. It's a nice looking ship, but we all wanted the Zeus. Not
I want
that.
the Zeus.
Don't get me wrong, I like it, but it's not
a nice ship.
It's not the Zeus
just
I
not,
wanted.
It's not.
It's...
That's the Zeus we had at home.
I don't... Yeah. Well, I actually don't think it's nice. I think it's too RSI-y. I think the original Zeus is really nice in its clean lines. And
I would love for you to spell that word. RSIE.
RSI dash...
You got to walk
No,
off
it's...
a cliff as you finish saying it. RSI!
It's very simple. R, capital S, capital I, hyphen Y. It's RSI.
Wow.
But it's too many angles and too like you can just see, and I wish I could pause this friggin' video. I wish I could pause the video, but if look at those.
I wish it was a fighter.
Look at those, like, what are those friggin' hoops for at the sides? Like, why? It's almost like a spoiler on each back right corner. Like, right, that angle back. And why? You're not spoiling anything because there's friggin' shit behind it. It doesn't look cool. It looks like you've shat all over a decent ship.
It also just like side note, it very, very much reminds me of, I want to say Madcap from Wing Commander 3 and 4, but I might be wrong on that one. It's very reminiscent of the silhouette of one of the ships. I'm pretty sure it was the Madcap, but that could also be BattleTech as well. I know it's BattleTech as well. But it's definitely, the silhouette is very much reminiscent from Wing Commander 3-4 ship.
I don't like it.
Yeah,
I don't like
it.
it.
Was a nice callback, but it being the Zeus Mark II is kind of like it's a callback to an older ship from an older game, and that maybe, or maybe I'm just reading into it.
You've been clarified.
Yeah, I don't care if they're structural braces. They're ugly. They are ugly. They are extreme, and like you can actually see there's like air intakes, I guess, in them too. It's fine. It's a fine ship. it should not be called a Zeus.
No.
I agree.
You call that thing fucking anything else. Call it the Marmot. Great, love it. It's really cute. Sure, call it the Dave.
The RSI Marmot.
Like, whatever. It's not a fucking Zeus.
No.
Yeah, it's pretty dissimilar from the
No.
Zeus.
I mean, it's maybe it's the part of that idea. You know, do you remember we mentioned it not too long ago? They said they would update ship models, so like the Aurora we have now may get changed to the Aurora Mark whatever. Maybe this is their first attempt at that with this Zeus, which is okay, but I still want the other Zeus.
I do like, and this is actually going to be a big problem for other ships, but they just showed that tractor beam at the back that like comes down and can actually, hey coffee, can actually load your friggin' ship from the tractor beam. One of the problems is that they are going to have to go back and add that shit to every ship, because every single ship is going to need that shit. Because they won't do, honestly, the smart thing and let you just fucking tractor it in. Like, just video game that one fucking thing. That still pisses me off. It's still so dumb. They're gonna have to. Whether it's on the outside or the inside, they're gonna have to.
Buy a mech suit for that now.
Oh, yeah,
That's the solution.
Let's get to that in a minute, actually. One thing that they should do, and again, they'll charge $35 for this because they fucking will. Put put a tractor beam turret that you can put in your cargo bay and use that. That it just sits in your cargo bay and you can use it to tractor in and out.
Hey, my trucker.
Hey, my trucker.
That's the way to do it for sure.
Yeah. Do we want to talk about the Atlas? Because I'm pretty pissed about the Atlas. Honestly, I think it's scum.
I like
think it's
the
scummy.
idea, but that idea, the same. Yeah, it would have. Yeah.
I think that it's absolutely fine if it was $10.
Yeah. And we will be able to get it in game on
way
release.
too expensive, like way too expensive.
And
I mean,
we
it's
may
funny
not
'cause
even
it's
need
like-
to own one in game either, but that's not the principle here.
No, I just also you could tell that they were a little worried because they had that one of the people at CIG had that comment, "Oh, it's not a cash grab." It's like, well, are you sure about that?
No, cash grab comes right after CitizenCon. In fairness, it would
I'm
be
sorry.
absolutely silly of them to try and do an actual cash grab before SitCon.
No, I'm sorry. If you have to say that your cash grab is not a cash grab, it's a fucking cash grab. This to me feels like marketing said, hey, we need to make some money. This is a good way to make money because everyone's going to want one. We're going to make it so you can't CCU to it. It's $45. This to me sounds like a marketing decision, and it's fucking stupid. This is honestly going to be an essential piece of gameplay for cargo, for anyone that wants to do cargo, and locking that behind a $45 fee is
It's gonna be
bullshit.
essential for anyone who wants to load their fucking shit.
Which again, based on the way, and I have no problem with anyone buying one. Like,
That's not what you said before the show.
people can spend their own money.
You okay, man?
That's what you get. That's what you get for lying.
Yeah,
That's karma.
That's fair.
Instant karma. Wow, you don't see that very often.
That was instant. It was beautiful. this to me seems like Helldivers 2. Helldivers 2 has war bonds. I hate games that have war bonds. Whatever. All of their war bonds so far have been like new armor that doesn't matter. You can also buy it on the shop. The occasional new weapon. Some of the new weapons are great, but you know, whatever. They have to make money some way. But this latest one that came out is the first one that includes a stratagem as you have to pay for it. And the stratagems are like what you're playing the game for. It's the first one that they've locked behind a pay to get it thing.
Starfarer? Mining ships?
No, like, but you can,
Throw ship?
no, because you can get those in game, and you can CCU to those.
Right, okay.
The Atlas, you can't CCU to it.
You can buy it in the game though, right?
I don't know.
Maybe not.
I
now,
assume
but
at some point.
eventually You will.
Eventually, but you can't now.
Yeah.
But if you can't CCU to it, I don't like that. I genuinely
that was
don't.
A really weird. That was a really weird decision. It's like, hey, how about we just make sure we piss everyone off?
Yeah. Yeah, CIG do this every once in a while, and I really
I just don't understand why they didn't just sell it for $10 and then it's a huge win instead of a huge loss.
because there's a fucking disconnect between the marketing team at CIG and the rest of the fucking company.
Apparently.
And yeah, you know what? You're right. And I've brought up the example. I think I could be very off base. I've brought up the example.
For the next 3 weeks, he's in court.
I don't know. I've brought up the example of Commander Llama and Puzzle Pirates many a time before,
Yeah.
and it tracks. I'm sorry, but they probably would have made a shit ton more money selling it for $10.
Yeah,
then-
everybody would have bought one.
Talking of Commander Llama, he said the nicest thing to me, because I met him the other day, and we were just sat around talking. You know, this is the guy that actually got game devs say, please stop breaking our game, please stop. And he actually said the reason I don't bother painting minis is because I see the way that Shiv paints. I'm like, well, that's nice. Someone thinks that about me, but I'm shit.
I mean, he's not wrong. It definitely brings me a little bit of, man, why am I doing this again?
Have you seen what Rico can
I
do?
have seen what Rico can do.
That man, he got a really, really good model, and then he did it's called non-metallic metallics, where you using different colors paint to, in essence,
Make
trick
me-
you into
yeah.
thinking it looks it's ludicrously hard, and it's kind of pointless to do these days, but he did it for pleasure. He did that for pleasure, and it looks so fucking so good.
Yeah, some people can fucking paint. You know what I think they need to do with the Atlas? It doesn't even need to be available for purchase. It needs to be available for rent. Like, there should be in every hangar a little station with an Atlas, and you walk up to it and you got to pay, 500 AUEC to rent it for a half hour to load your ship. Done. Problem fucking solved.
That's the other issue too, is it doesn't make that much sense to own one because then you have to transport it everywhere with you. Oh, are you there, Shiver?
Yeah, he is for me.
Yeah. I'm here. I'm here.
Your video
I'm
froze
listening
for
anyway.
a bit. I was just wanted to make
Anyway.
sure you're okay. You're right.
And the worst thing about the Atlas, honestly, to me, is I would really love one. Genuinely, I think it would be really cool to own. I'm not paying.
$40 US. $40 US? Fuck no.
Do you know what $40 US is up here? That's a new fucking video game. Brand new. Like, fuck off.
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about some of them now. Jesus Christ.
Some of them, but
some of them, but there are
that's a different
absolutely
topic. But yeah.
there
Yeah.
are absolutely games that you can get in Canada for
Yeah.
that amount of money that are
Oh,
branded
Hell-
that you want.
Helldivers 2.
That-
Helldivers 2 was that
what I would
price.
expect you to pay for a regular game. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
That's not. You're not getting a regular
But
game.
there
worth of
are
content, no
still
matter
games-
where you spin that.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no,
I'm not made of money.
They've fumbled this, but I suspect it's
No.
mostly just a fault of the
Marketing team.
marketing and sales team.
Yep.
This it's just this it took something that could have been a really easy win and made it into like a big loss.
And I feel like that team probably doesn't talk enough to Jake
This could have
specifically.
been, this month's subscriber flare thing that's included with the sub fee, and then for sale to the rest of us unwashed, $10-15.
I'd agree with that. Okay, I do want to move on from.
10-15 is a bit too much for it. That's all.
I would love one. I'm not going to pay $40 for it. It would be. I'm sure it's fucking fantastic in the game, though. Though I know that, and Ninja, that's the problem. The problem is that they know, their marketing department knows that they can put anything up there and make 1 to 2 million off it.
That's assuming they're like, oh, $1.5 million. This is a win. They could have been projecting 5 million and been like, oh fuck.
Possibly.
We don't
Although,
know.
if they were
the
projecting 5
insides,
million,
but
they're
Yeah.
a little
oh yeah, yeah, but these are the same people that said they want to charge $35 for this fucking thing,
yeah, fair enough.
and they will charge
Tony-
more
Tony
for it the
only
next time it
litters
comes
on
round.
Earth Day, IPA.
I love this brewery's names. Tony only litters on Earth Day. Like, it's such a beautiful name. It's so anti-disestablishmentarianism.
Okay, I could see that.
Earth Day is a farce that has been created to make people think that they're doing something important about the world. Ooh, we all turned off our lights at the end of the day for one day. Yeah, it's fucking garbage.
I thought we were celebrating the day that Michael Jackson's Earth song went to #1. Oh,
You've been doing it wrong all this time.
Sorry, just in there laughing and then laughing.
it hurts to live. I just want to live.
Oh, I should have showed off MFD. Actually, I should have been... Sorry, we've been talking about the Atlas, and I completely forgot that video was on a loop when we had a video of the Atlas. So, I suck. I apologize profusely.
How profusely?
I'd say 6.72 on 12.
Okay.
Not
Okay.
5 out of 7.
No, much less than 5 out of 7.
3 out of 5.
It should always be 5. It should always be 5 out of 7. I fucking love
Yes.
that meme. I fucking love that.
Oh.
Honestly, go and look that
It
one up.
pisses
It's
me off.
fucking hilarious.
It pisses me off that this thing is so cool.
Yep,
Like,
it does.
Mm.
God.
Well, okay, and here's the thing. They need to... One, it's really cool. But if you want to make it useful to own one, then you need to be able to swap out the tractor beam on it. Because you give me that, you swap out the tractor beam on the arm for a minigun.
That's not.
No, they have the- they have
that's
the-
not gonna fix it.
They have the big armors coming later for that stuff.
I know they do, but
The only thing, right, that they can put in that justifies this are fucking xenomorphs.
I mean,
I mean,
I think they will. Yeah, that's happening.
I mean, they're gonna have the giant, terrifying space spiders too. So
I'm
And
not
the
saying
worst bit is when you trap that fucking queen alien in the fucking airlock. You're gonna stop when you slam that red button. You're gonna be like, oh, that was $35.
Look, I'm going to speak for Eric and Shiver here for a second, and both of you correct me if I'm taking this too far, but I don't think any of us are saying that it's not incredibly cool and something we really like the idea of. I think all that we're saying is it shouldn't be the price of an Aurora.
exactly, it's the price of a ship.
That's it.
There are some ships that cost less.
That's it. It shouldn't be the cost of an Aurora.
The animations are fantastic. They did a great job on it. It looks awesome.
Love it.
It's just
Yeah,
too
we're
fucking
not
expensive.
poo-pooing it in any way. Just the price tag attached to it.
Yep.
I will absolutely buy one in game when it's purchasable in game, but I won't buy one now.
The Merlins are less. The Merlin and the Archimedes, or what's it
Yeah,
called?
there are a couple. There are a couple small ships that are a little less.
It's 100i.
Yeah.
There were a few.
I don't know.
I'd have to go look. I'd have to go.
I don't think the 100i is less
Yeah,
than
the-
40, but
Or is it the 85X I'm thinking of?
I think it's like the ships that don't have grav capability, I think can be gotten for less, and some of the vehicles. But this, not only does this thing not have grav capability, it also doesn't have fucking flight capability, so
Well, chuck it out the airlock and it does.
Coffee makes a good point. Coffee makes a good point. Actually, I do want to see this thing, like, fucking orbital drop. Give it boosters. The MFDs are looking really good.
Absolutely. I want to see somebody like raid another org's base and just drop a whole bunch of those things from orbit.
Yep.
Just-
Yes, Titanfall. Honestly, these MFDs look fantastic.
Titanfall. Yes.
And
the
I-
MSDs look incredible. They've done a beautiful job on them.
Yeah, I also really, really do hope, like Track IR or not Track IR, Toby Eye Tracker 5 or whatever it is great. I really do hope that they get this working in VR at some point, because like getting into your ship, putting on your VR helmet, and like being there
Yeah.
would be outstanding.
Taking it one step further, way back, they were talking about the API functionality of the game, so you could have cockpit sims
Yeah.
in properly, and you have all sorts of random dials and doohickeys, and they would actually do shit in game. I'm
Well-
wondering if this is a step
Well-
away from that, or a step that they're just like, we'll worry about that later, or not a concern anymore.
Well, and what we got to think is the MFDs and everything in them are physicalized, and when you go to do something, you can see the character push the friggin' button. Will we get to the point where you've got hand tracking and you can actually push the buttons on your MFD yourself?
I mean, you don't even need the hand tracking, really, if you've got the API in there for the us regular unwashed that don't want to sit here in a VR helmet, but want to sit in a cockpit sim.
Yeah. I mean, cockpit sim you can absolutely do, just like they've got everything keybinded, right? You could keybind everything in your cockpits.
Not quite everything. Not quite everything.
Just
Some of
about.
it's a bit like you might want to. If you want to, you want to have a real fucking physicalized set of buttons that are just for shields, but unless you've got the active screen there on that, it's not gonna.
Yeah, you can still do it. Yeah, you can still do it, because they've got like add one or two to this, add to this, add to this. Yeah, they've got all that. Also, Mud Truck, you're right. Game Glass is actually great. I love it. Yes, they've
Hey,
got.
Jamie.
Hey, Kemi. Honestly, I think they've honestly got too many options in their control options. They need to explain it better. But they have also changed, and you can see it here, Shiver, and we'll talk about it in the next one. They've changed how the like power assignment works. So that it's now like it's blocks. You're assigning X number of blocks to things, which you can absolutely keybind. You know, add one block to this, subtract from this, right? So,
But what I mean, like, if you've got, it's got the power management screen on your ship's display right now. You're not,
Yep.
you know, you're not going to keep that screen on there. You're only going to keep it on there when you want to manage your power. But
yeah.
what if you don't want to flip to that screen, but you want to manage your power by just pressing a little dial you've got on this
Yeah.
thing?
No, I've got a
Is that-
Stream Deck.
Is that
I've got
possible?
I've got a Stream Deck, and I can click a button on there, and power goes up. Yeah, absolutely, already possible.
Okay.
Yep. We're gonna move on in just a sec, but Kemi, as to the question, I am absolutely 100% not ready for CitizenCon at all. Every single second that we get closer, my anxiety for flying an airplane builds.
You don't have to fly it.
I have to fly on it.
Is that why you've been so fucking nervous all this time? You thought, I've never done this before. How the fuck do I do take off? You just have to sit there. You don't worry about
Honestly,
it. It's fine.
Honestly, that is part of the reason. I do very, very
Yeah, it is.
poorly when I'm
Control
not
issue.
in control. Yeah, I need to be in control, and I have none. No control. I don't even know where I am in the world. I can't affect anything, and that gives me
All right.
extreme anxiety.
Right, this kind of works into my new business idea, right? I've been thinking of Dommy, Mummy,
Oh, God.
Jones, all right?
Oh, God.
Every single fucking cabin crew, every single member of staff is a fucking dominatrix. And would that make you feel better? Like,
No.
you know, she just imagine that talk before you take off.
So the last.
I'm patenting that idea, all right? You can't fucking steal that.
So, what we should, anyway, I'm not going to get into that. The last time I flew, I was on so many drugs, I don't have any memories of it, but I also wasn't a functional human after. And, like, Cass, oh, 100%. Cass got asked, you know, the guys that are driving around in those little buggies in the airport? Cass was asked by one of them if she needed help with me, and got a lift to where we were going because I was so fucking out of it. But the time before that I flew, when I flew to Manchester, actually, with 6Fs and Caps, I brought like a Switch, I brought stuff to do, I literally sat there on that screen that shows where your plane is the entire flight, and I couldn't do anything else. I'm a complete disaster.
Yeah, the movies are shit, aren't they?
Anyway, we should move on to this week's episode of Inside Leverse.
What did I miss?
Me talking about my fear of airplanes and how I'm absolutely 0% ready for CitizenCon. Though I will say, I am kind of excited. And Shiver, you and I have to talk soon because I gotta figure something out, and I don't know how yet. But my family are coming with me this year. We are landing in London. We're going out east to Norwich so that my wife can do birding in Norwich. Then we're going back to London. We're doing a couple of the tourist fucking shits in London. Harry Potter. Yeah. They do. Yeah, it's a lot of money, and they were really questioning, a 4-year-old and a 13-year-old being involved, but hey, they don't get to tell me what to do. I'm an American, North American. Anyway, then we're going up to Warwick Castle, then we're going up to CitizenCon in Manchester, then we're going up to Scotland, and then we leave from Scotland.
And
Really excited for it.
I am flying into Scotland, and then going to Manchester, and then going back to Scotland and coming home. because that was the only way that frickin' trip could work for me. Ugh.
What's the date of CitizenCon?
The 19th and 20th, or the 18th and 19th? Hmm.
I'm running a game at my local store on the 19th. They asked me to do that.
That's pretty cool. I mean, it's cool that you'll have to miss part of it, but
I don't know, what time is CitizenCon?
All day.
It's all day,
it's
isn't it? Yeah.
It's all day. It's all day the first day, and then I think the second day is going to be shorter. It's the 19th and 20th. I was right the first time.
Mudtrucka, I don't actually like Scotch. That said, if you're a Scotch person, look. If someone has recommendations for me for good Scotch that's not peaty, I've only really had peaty Scotches, and I really don't like the peaty taste. I would love to pick up some Scotch while I'm there to bring back.
I'm sure if you ask somebody there for a non-peaty Scotch, they'll be happy to help.
Oh, I know they will. I'm definitely going to do it. But Shiver, what I was going to say is I think I've got a bunch of evenings free-ish in London. I do have a car with me. I'd like to at least drive out to where you are and, apologize. And apologize in person for slapping you the last time,
Yeah. Really such a nice drive. It's
Okay.
a really nice drive.
Then we will figure something out, because my Cass has made the schedule. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. I honestly, I look at I've been looking at things and I'm like, oh, this is a thing in England. Okay, I'm having a panic attack. I'm gonna leave it.
In essence, like if I'm here, you're kind of over there, then you're
Yeah.
there, then you're there, then you're there, then you're going there,
Yeah.
and then you're going there.
At some point, I can drive there. Assuming I figure out how the.
You literally go past me when you go to Warwick Castle.
Okay, then I'll figure that out. Anyway, as long as I can figure out how the fuck to drive on the wrong fucking side of the road, we'll figure it out. Yeah, we'll
give way to the right.
Other side.
It's the wrong side.
Right.
If you say the wrong
Yeah.
side the entire time you're there, you're gonna get yourself slapped by a few.
That's fine.
Also, roundabouts
Hey!
fuck you up.
Oh, we got a ton of roundabouts here.
We
Okay.
didn't used to have them, but they're all over the place.
Yeah. I do have one fucking question though. So I've been looking at Google Street View, because when we're in Scotland, we're trying to find like a couple of little cute towns to visit, sort of thing, rather than doing like touristy stuff. We want to find like, oh, this is a cute town to walk through.
Yeah, you want to help the local economy and get mugged by villagers.
Exactly, with pitchforks preferably. Every once in a while on the roads, I see these like squiggly. It's not like a straight line on the road. It's like a beep boop beep boop beep boop. What the fuck does that mean?
No parking.
Okay, perfect. That's what I thought it meant, but I really wanted to double check that. Thank you, Shiver.
Most of them mean no parking, but that
Cool.
it depends. Those are conditionals. It's usually for service vehicles. I think yellow zigzags is for school buses.
Yeah, that's what I was seeing.
Buses.
God, we were.
Oh, and the middle of the road, you've got the they're not chevrons. I can't remember what they're called. But the white line in the middle of the road. The longer it is, the more dangerous it is to overtake.
Okay, makes sense.
Okay.
We do something similar here, except it's more binary. It's either solid, you're not allowed to overtake, and then if it's dashed, you are allowed.
Yeah.
Oh, we get crazy. We can have like long ones and then short ones on a dual carriageway or something like that, and then you can have a continuous one on one side and a short one on the other side.
Good
Because you're in the overtaking lane.
I'm really glad you have decided to do this and not me.
Here's the thing. I'm not going to be overtaking at all, so I don't give a shit.
Yeah, no.
I'm going to be driving slow. Am I comfortable driving on the left side of the road? Honestly, I think I'll be okay. It's just keep the line on the right of me rather than the left, but it's the same side of the car that you're on, so...
To be fair, right, you don't have to drive on the left side of the road. It's just going to be better for you to do.
That's very true. I don't know. I'm genuinely excited for being in the UK. I'm not excited to get there.
Oh, don't forget to visit a Greg's. You got to visit a Greg's.
Oh, I'm sure I will. We're.
Greg's now. Shit.
You know what, Shiver? We're gonna have to talk. You're gonna have to tell me the places that I need to go, especially for food.
Oh, Greg's, yeah. Fucking great, yeah.
Yeah.
My wife loves Greg's. She loves Greg's and Poundland. So when she visits, it's like she's really excited to go to Poundland.
Really wants to go to Poundland?
And yeah,
I mean,
look, fuck you.
I love going to Poundland.
Greg's.
I was gonna say, you're gonna be like, hey, can we go there?
I mean, I need to eat fish and chips. Need to have some curry.
Yes.
I'm genuine.
Specifically.
Yep. I'm genuinely
We
considering.
do that in Manchester.
Yes.
One of the places that tikka masala might have come from is Manchester.
Yeah, I did last time, and I really want to again. I will say, I'm genuinely considering haggis in Scotland.
I'll probably.
If I'm ever going to try it,
It's gonna be in Scotland. Yeah.
it's going to be in fucking Scotland. You know,
That's
like.
because- Did you know it's illegal to import it into Canada?
Yeah,
Really?
I believe I did know that.
Yeah.
Huh, I didn't actually know that. Did you know that there is a?
Scotch eggs for sure. Yeah.
Did you know that there's actually a legal Scotch brewery in Canada?
Yes, we did. You told us about it on this show.
I did.
2 months ago.
Yeah. I mean, like a year or two ago, but it's the only one outside of Scotland.
Do you know which country has the most aged Scottish whiskey barrels?
France.
States America.
Japan.
Japan does like their whiskey, yeah.
For sake or
Japan bought for whiskey. Japan bought
Oh, they're all
most of
for
the
whiskey,
barrels
okay.
in the 70s, I think,
Oh wow.
when there was a bit of trouble,
Cool.
so they just bought a shitload of barrels, which is why you can get really good Japanese fucking really good whiskey.
Did you know that lots of alcohol production is probably going to be incredibly difficult due to the effects of climate change, not even counting things like tequila, which we're running out of the fucking plant of because it takes 40 years to fucking grow it and it's all dying. Champagne, which only grows in one region of France, it's starting to have trouble growing fucking grapes. And beer!
Yeah,
Well,
but
beer's not
can't have
going
people smoke. Can't have people smoke fucking plant that occurs naturally that doesn't actually harm the environment in any way to just grow.
It's just over there, Shiver. Come over here and you're fine. Okay, we should genuinely talk about Star Citizen again.
Wish, but your country has a fucking lottery to get.
Yeah. Yeah, because everyone wants to come here because we're the best. No one wants to go to the States because you get shot. No one wants to go to the UK because you get watched all the time. Everyone wants to come
Oh
here.
no, people do
Because
want
just,
to go. People do want to go to the UK.
I know.
I get it. I get why.
I know, I do too. So let's actually fucking talk about this episode this week because this week's episode was great. It was all about
It was so good.
engineering and the actual gameplay that's going to come with engineering. And Jesus Christ, actually, yeah, Shiver, genuine,
Jesus Christ is coming in this one as well.
Shiver,
I mean,
genuine,
It's about time.
Shiver, genuine question, something for you to think about. We're going over there with one very empty large suitcase.
Yeah. Bring me
Is
a
there-
load of edibles.
I can't do that. I can't travel with
can't do
those.
that.
Commander
He was
Llama
gonna
fucking
suggest-
did. He loves me.
He was going to suggest that that you climb inside so he can bring you back.
No, I was going to say, like,
Actually, maple syrup
You
would
want-
be good. Actually, I fucking love maple
There you go.
syrup.
all right, I will bring you some legit maple syrup then if I can. Like, look,
That's from the fucking bottle.
I'll figure something out. Okay.
So good.
You got to get him the huge like the
Tin?
tin can one. That you
Yeah.
have to open with a freaking whatever
Oh,
can opener.
We should do an
Yeah.
exchange, right? You give me, I'll give you a can if I can find a metal can of it, golden syrup.
We have
Oh,
that here,
cool.
I think.
We do
Yeah, we have that here.
Well,
You might, yeah. Okay.
But I'd take the real thing, yeah. The best maple syrup. Anything from Quebec.
There are lots of like small producers in Quebec, so there isn't really a best one. There's tons of good ones. As long as it
Yeah.
actually comes from Quebec, you're good.
Yeah. Quebec has the best maple syrup, period.
No,
it
it's
is
not at all, Ninja. It's Class B.
So, okay. This episode talks about, and I'm going to get to my problem with this episode in a second. But,
Okay, yeah, let's talk about the nice stuff first. John.
yeah, the nice stuff,
Constantly.
yeah. And actual engineering gameplay, and they show later in the episode, like, the pipes that go between, not the pipes anymore, they call it something different, but, like, the lines of power that travel between anything and how you're actually going to have to monitor your ship's components, which is really cool. The components will get damaged, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, please, anyone, but it seemed like what they were suggesting is your ship itself won't have as much of a health pool. It'll be the components within it, and it's the components that will get damaged and explode rather than as much your ship. Like, you'll still be able to lose wings and stuff, but your ship isn't going to explode from an arbitrary health point. It's going to be your power plant. So you will be able to go back. Sorry, go ahead, Eric.
I just wanted to clarify, and you will get time. It sounds like they're going to be giving you time to deal with the power plant failure before it explodes.
Yeah. Both of those changes, honestly, are phenomenal. Here, though, I need to say I hate that where they open the thing. Yes, the oxygen is gone, but I'm sorry, there would be explosive decompression there, and you should be. It's not sucked out. It's blown. You should be blown out. Period.
Yeah, you should.
You should be blown all the way out. You open that door, you get blown so hard. So hard you see the stars. Don't even ask, just get blown.
I like 6 jokes go through my head. And I just,
Yeah.
Just let it slip through your hands.
The fire, as always, looks fucking beautiful, but this really is the gameplay that we've been waiting for 10 fucking years, for 6 years. If they can do this right, this is finally why you would spend time on someone else's ship. Because right now, there's no fucking reason, honestly, other than RPing. But if you're on a large ship and you can put out the fires, extend the life, actually have meaningful impact to the ship itself, beautiful. Beautiful.
and I mean, all of these systems are just going to get more fleshed out as they go along, so I think it's good. We knew for a long time that at some point they had to vastly extend TTK.
Yeah.
To make a lot of these things like actually mean something. Like, you need to have time for your engineer to run over and fix XYZ, right? You can't just have the explode instantaneously.
They also talked a fair bit about like changes in the types of, or not really changes, but like accentuating the types of damages that the different weapon types do. So energy weapons will do more damage to shields and armor, whereas ballistic weapons will actually pierce through the ship and hit the components themselves. And they actually show a couple of clips here, and it's really not clear in these clips, but it seems like some ballistic rounds are passing through the ship and can be seen passing through the ship inside the ship.
Where do you see that? I didn't notice that during the episode.
I'm watching for it. There were a couple.
Super cool. That would be like that would be so scary to be walking through a corridor. And there's just like.
I'm watching for it to appear in these clips. I don't know exactly where it is, but it seemed like there were rounds firing through the corridors.
There's no reason why it can't happen. No, literally no reason except they say, "No, we don't want that." There is no other fucking reason.
Yeah, with the whole physicalized projectiles and everything that they're trying to do, like, it should be doable.
Yeah,
I will say the view looks so good. I love this ability to see everything. It's fantastic. This is what the new
Tier 0 version, you know.
Yeah, and this is. Go ahead.
Now I'm not trying to piss on everyone's chips in any way, shape, form because this is quite cool.
Yeah,
I hope not, because chips are great.
But this is gonna rely very heavily working in conjunction with a decent flight model system. You know, because that fuck off. Sorry.
I'm sorry, man.
That's fine. It's just old age. If you keep fuck it. If you keep pounding away on the same system, you're not gonna, you know, you're all right. Yeah, you've blown that one system up, but you're not doing anything more. And when you're just on a HOTAS, you've really got a bit of a hard time aiming, and in the middle of combat as well. You don't want to be trying to fuck around saying I keep spending most of my fucking time hitting this same point when I could be getting better results going for a new bit, but I can't aim at the new bit because I'm on a HOTAS or whatever. You know, everything's got a drawback, so it needs to work well with that in mind, with the flight system in mind.
You're absolutely right, Shiver. Go ahead, Eric. I was just gonna make a soup joke.
I was gonna say they have like the whole. Oh god. They have the whole like subsystem targeting feature that they have in there now. So like that will help quite a bit with that. So you can switch targets easier, hopefully on a HOTAS. But I haven't obviously played with it. I don't use a HOTAS, so it's really funny because I actually did play this week. I had a good time. I just realized that I had once again forgot how to play the game, and it took me a little bit to figure it out again. And my session ended when I accidentally crashed my ship into a space station.
Very nice.
Came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Kemi,
right? It just jumped up and grabbed me.
Yep.
Just right.
A couple things here. One, Coffee, you're right. Like, ship armor is one thing, but like, I love how they're talking about the coolant being really important because all of your systems will generate heat and you need to be able to provide not only the power for the systems, but the cooling to be able to run them. I like that. I'm sorry, Shiver. Kemi, you're also right. Like, this is going to make it very difficult to run a single player ship. It's also going to make it very difficult to run a multi-crew ship as one person. You are going to need other people, and they really need either server blades or AI personnel to help. Genuinely.
I don't think it's going to be that hard to run a single person ship. You're just going to have to understand what you need to do. Like,
yeah.
I mean, obviously the ship will be designed to be run by one person, so like you'll be able to, you know, access all the things you need to access. But
do you think if you're on an Ares or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you do die like repairing a console because some shit just flies through the armor, and you're like, oh well. That was unexpected, but so cool. Do you think you could respawn fast enough that you could see your own body?
Fuck off.
That repair console?
That's going to be like I honestly think that we're going to hit a point in Star Citizen where we're actually going to see like mid-ranged ships not being used because they don't allow for respawning within the ship. And I think that's going to be a big problem because if you're a 3-person team and a freelancer, and you've got one person on piloting, one person on guns, and you've got one person trying to repair your ship. And if, as I suspect they're doing, bullets actually pass through the corridor of your ship, and you get hit while you're walking to try and repair something, and you die or start bleeding out, and neither of your people can help you, and you die, you don't want to fucking respawn in Stanton. And you can't respawn in your fucking ship, which means you're not going to take that fucking ship. You're just not. And I think that's going to be a problem enough that they're probably going to have to say, okay, we're going to change respawning. I genuinely think they're going to have to change how respawning works.
Again, a lot of these things are like, once the gameplay happens, they'll respond to it.
Yeah.
Roll with the punches and change things.
And it's not hard for them to change, right? It's not hard for them to say, okay, well, you can we'll change the bed system. You can respawn in the last bed.
Harris, don't hold back. Just say
Yeah.
it. Just say what we all want you to say. That what we all want, bring back agent smithing.
Yeah, that's what we want. I'm sorry, that's in my personal opinion, the removal of agent smithing from the Star Citizen plan is the worst decision they have ever made as a company. Period. No holds barred. That is the worst decision.
It's a silly one too, because they have to come up with something. And I mean, I think it's going to become very blatantly obvious once they get into beta that they need to do something about it. So.
Even EVE Online has something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And EVE Online is, you know, like, oh, you fucking went out without Albo. That's the game. It's great.
To be fair, what CIG have always said is they are designing for realism and then toning it back after, because it is easier to tone it back after the fact than to not design for realism in the first place. And that is fair.
If you do it the other way around, you never end up with any realism at all.
And that is
I saw a documentary once where some guy was fucking agent smithing all over the fucking place. His name was Agent Smith.
He was
I mean,
Agent Smith,
you know, the
all
guy
over the
invented
place? Was this like
I'd
a
fuck
porno
Agent
version of
Smith.
the Matrix?
What?
Oh my god, that must exist, and that only just occurred to me.
Oh.
Oh, man.
Well, and Coffee, you're
podcast right here.
Coffee, you're right. Like, I don't care if I join Shiver's ship and don't gain anything. I just want to play together. Like,
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Like,
Don't
you
make-
can even make, if you want to go that far, you can make I would assume, a deal with your friend. Maybe there's probably going to be a contract system in the game where it's like, you know, you've done X amount as generic crew member 6931, and then you've just done there, and here's 5 ISC for your trip.
Yep. And then that's perfect. Okay. Because it's on screen.
Fucking Eve again, isn't it?
Yeah, because it's on screen right now, or it was just on screen, I really want to point out the other thing that I hate. And it might just be the way they're showing this, but it seems like you need to tractor beam out all of the components. And I genuinely dislike Star Citizen's over-reliance on tractor beams. I find it really gamey and really fake. I want to be able to yank it out and then fix it. Don't make me tractor beam it, man. Like, fuck off. Or wait. Give me 2 seconds. Sorry, Eric. And then right to you. Or tractor beam should be an item that you always fucking have on you. It's not something you have to go fucking buy every time you respawn. It is a standard item that you always fucking have. Eric, go ahead.
At the end of the day, these are your main fucking tools.
Exactly.
Eric? Yeah, go.
Yeah, no, that's what I honestly, I think that they are doing it to save time on animation. I think that when it comes down to it at the end, you will be able to pull it out. It's like right now they're doing it because they don't want to design all the animations and then have to redo them 4,000 times.
Yeah.
I
think
get that.
but it will be limited, right? Like they have a good point with some of this. Is it's like, hey, if that cooler weighs 7,000 pounds, you can't pick it up.
What if I'm salvaging it? What if I'm salvaging it out of a piece of a floating bit of debris in space?
It weighs nothing.
Yeah.
But why do I need a tractor? Why do I need a tractor beam?
Yeah, no, you should just be able to push.
Yeah,
it.
exactly. Yeah.
You got thrusters on your suit.
Exactly, but...
You just be able to grab the thing and go thrusting.
Yeah. I saw it on your face. You should be able to thrust really hard and get there faster. You know.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Honestly, you should actually genuinely you should be able to turn off the gravity in your ship. And then move any of the components.
Hey, that would be a really good problem-solving thing. You're like, hey, I need to solve
It
this
would.
component. It's too heavy. I'm going to turn off the gravity, grab the thing, and rip it out.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. I know someone said in there. Sorry, I'm trying to find it. Kemi, I know that lots of the ships can carry a lot of cargo, but we're still ending up with a and not even a significant, I want to say almost a majority of the gameplay that relies on an item, 2 items, 3 items that you have to buy separately. It's not something that's built in, and honestly, that's stupid. That's genuinely stupid.
But and it is so stupid that surely common sense is gonna come in and they're gonna be like, hey, we forgot to make it so you can use your fucking hands. Surely someone's gonna say you can use your hands.
I would be fine if you can't use your hands, as long as the the tractor beam is a standard, like it just comes with your suit. It's not something you have to remember to buy and attach.
You know what? A minute ago we were talking about realism, and now it's like fucking laser beam everything, fucking laser beam everything, everything.
Eric?
Here's what I think. I think we should introduce into the lore. We got to talk to the narrative team. We got to introduce into the lore that when every baby is born, they have a tractor beam inserted into their forearm.
Yeah.
You know, there you go.
Beam citizen done.
Rename the human species the Wurzels.
The Wurzels, I like it.
I mean,
only a few people watching this will get that, but those that do, we're cider drinkers.
I don't get a heart. I have no idea.
Coffee. The problem. Coffee. The problem with that, you can't push a larger mass. You'd push off. They're already doing away with that entirely with the tractor beam. You can't, with holding a gun, lift a 10-ton object, because if you're lifting a 10-ton object with a tether, guess what? Your gun weighs 10 tons. That's fucking physics. So they're already doing away with that. Just fucking go all the way. Like, let's just break the fucking chain, man. Harold, I'm sorry. I'm just fucking loud. I've turned myself down like 6 fucking times. On my meter thing, I peak significantly lower than both of you. So I don't know what's happening.
Pete.
No, I'm not peaking. Sorry. I'm not peaking. I'm reaching lower than you on the volume meter that I see, and I'm not peaking. So I don't fucking know, man.
Twitch is
weird.
Only one input. I don't know what's happening. I haven't seen
really
in this.
I really love the fire stuff.
I love the on fire. Someone has. I honestly don't think it's me on speaker. I think I'm just so loud that you can hear me through someone's headphones.
No, because
That's it.
lighting up when you were doing it. We haven't seen anyone else light up.
So, and I haven't seen it in this clip, this group of clips that Haramis, who, God bless Haramis, has provided clips for us for years now and is
God bless him and
salt
all
of the
who
earth.
sail in his aeroplanes.
Exactly. I haven't seen it in these clips, and I don't know. Maybe I'm fucking hallucinating. I would really like if someone can watch through this episode and keep an eye out, because I saw a number of instances where in the corridors, gunfire was coming through the corridors. Yeah. Kinda.
Are you sure it wasn't coming into your house? Oh no, you don't live in the
No.
apartment, you're fine.
No, it
He
wasn't.
lives behind the
I'm.
grassy knoll.
Hey, Avid, it might be that, but everything's running through like a Beacon sound mixer, so I genuinely don't know. I've tried. If I'm still really loud, I
All
can
of the
turn me
Doctor Who
down.
references.
I love
They're
Doctor
great.
Who references. I need to watch this season. Fuck.
What did you do?
One of what?
What did you do?
What do you mean?
Because now you're too quiet.
Oh,
Turn yourself up just.
is this better? Is this better?
No. What was that?
Let's try there.
Sure, go for it.
One of the many places that we're visiting is the Doctor Who store, and I'm excited for that.
Ooh, excellent.
Oh, when I was a fucking child.
When I was a child back
I moved,
in the Bronze Age.
It hurt. There was with my grandparents, wherever that was. I want to say Worcestershire. They had a Doctor Who museum. A Doctor Who museum.
Doctor
And
Who.
you went in, and it was a TARDIS on the outside, just as the way in, right? And it was all hidden away, so you didn't see fucking anything else. And you just walked in, and you're like, "What? How the fuck?"
It's bigger on the inside.
Really good. It was really, and I was all right with the Daleks. It's the Cybermen that freaked me out, and I refused to walk past the Cybermen exhibit.
Really? Wow.
Get away from the Cybermen on stairs. How do you get away
Daleks
from
can
Cyberman?
Daleks can fly, man.
And they couldn't back when I went.
Yeah, well they fixed that. You know, they fixed that 20 years ago.
The Doctor Who 25th anniversary.
Something
And
like
it was
that. Yeah.
Sylvester McCoy. And he just goes 11-8.
Yeah.
And then it was a cliffhanger. And
They
was
can
Doctor
climb
there,
stairs?
Oh, fuck! They've learned about the stairs. Ace! Ace!
Exterminate. I love Doctor Who. Like, Doctor Who's just good, happy shit, and I like happy shit. Seriously though, if anyone can,
by far the scariest thing for me in Doctor Who, and also one of my favorite episodes, is Don't Blink, or sorry,
Yeah.
Blink. I mean.
that's one of the best episodes of TV, I think.
Such a
Like,
great episode. Oh my god.
it's really unfortunate that they ruined it.
Friars, I think, something like that. It was a Sylvester McCoy one, but it was genuinely creepy, and it was a haunted house. And I just remember, you know, it was fucking freaky. There were old people and people who were just alive a minute ago, all of a sudden covered in cobwebs, and it was, you know.
Have you watched Blink?
There were some really good episodes in the Sylvester McCoy era, you know.
Shiver, have you watched Blink?
Yeah, of course I have.
Okay, cool. Just making
It's
sure.
basically forced on me. If I don't watch it, people come around and take my eyelids open and make me
Good.
watch it.
Good. They better, because it needs to continue. Look, it's the only good cultural thing that Britain has
You know,
done.
I died in my lifetime, right? You know, I literally watched the last episode of Doctor Who. I watched the fucking special, and then I watched it get revived. You do know I've lived through it, right?
I know, it's beautiful. I'm glad it got revived.
A few times too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's depressing.
No, it shouldn't have.
Neither should Doctor Who.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we have 1 minute left.
seen-
Shiver.
We
your
do.
thing.
Holy shit.
Oh, we haven't got anything coming on Table of Horrors just yet, but we did throw out, well, we will be soon. We're going over to VTM V20 and it's going to be great, and that is coming as soon as I fucking can. But we do have a podcast up on Spotify, Amazon, and YouTube. We talk a bit about Space Marines and painting them, and the current models from Warhammer, and like compare the Blood Angels to the Dark Angels, and it's like, yeah, we got screwed over on the Blood Angels, but those Dark Angel models are lovely.
Elwook, I need you to clarify which horrid hip take, that I hate the hip, or that Clumsy is the best album ever made. Because both of those things are true. I do not like...
If you are Canadian.
Yeah, and I do not like them, except that Clumsy is the best album ever put together by man. Period.
What does that have to do with the hip?
It's a good question. That's a very good question.
Is this one of
Look.
the questions on the Canadian test?
Yes, it is.
No,
You need to
that's...
pay attention.
Oh, God, I'm fucking tired. No, I don't like...
Alec, I love you.
Oh, God. Look, you're right. I'm dumb. I hate the hip.
This is funny.
Just straight up, I don't like the hip.
All of it? Everything?
Yeah, I don't like the
Every
hip.
band member, you have like a on their dartboard, and you're just like, you all are evil people.
No, it's not that they're evil. I just
feel
don't like their
that about
music.
Oasis.
I don't generally like rock, and like, I don't know, man. Like, what's a good song by the hip?
Bob Cajun.
Mediocre. If you want good good Canadian music, Bare Naked Ladies. Done.
I mean, they have a great name and they have good music. So yeah.
I'll see your Bare Naked Ladies and raise you Behexen.
I don't know what that
I
is.
wouldn't like them.
No,
you
I wouldn't.
But they're
I
a
wouldn't.
very good Canadian black metal band. Very good.
I'm not a metal. I'm not a metal
You're
person.
not a
No.
metal?
Sorry, Elwook.
We sometimes exchange songs. Obviously, I know he's not into
Yes.
it, so I dial it back a bit, and I send him something like, maybe you'll like a bit of swamp rock or a bit of rockabilly, and then every time he sends me a fucking song, it's always got something with fucking trumpets in. Always. Fucking
Look,
trumpets.
no, I sent you. What did I send you? I sent you fucking.
That had trumpets in it, didn't it?
Yeah, I sent you Origami Angel, which I think are great.
Right.
I don't think no.
It had trumpets
Actually,
though, didn't it?
no, it genuinely didn't, because Origami Angel is a two-piece band. It's drum and guitar. Origami Angel. I think they're great.
Fucking happy.
Elwook, your 100th Meridian is a decent song. Fine.
My favorite
But
song of theirs is Little Bones.
the best song ever, sorry, that's Hurt. Best song ever.
I mean,
Johnny Cash,
it's
Hurt.
It's spectacular.
That's it.
Good song. Yeah.
That's the best song ever. I'm sorry.
I don't even
Why are
know
you
if that's
sorry
the
that it
best
does?
Nine Inch Nails song.
No, it sucks as Nine Inch Nails. It's Johnny Cash. Hurt. Best song ever.
They're both very good, all right? They're both going for very different things.
Yeah, but Johnny Cash's one is going for
But
destroy.
it's definitely
Ugh.
Johnny Cash's best song.
It's the best song ever.
It's a pretty incredible thing to watch. Anyway,
It's
we're
yeah.
done, folks.
We are done. So again,
Thank you, everybody.
I'm nine,
wait,
I'm
no,
Nine Inch
no.
Nails song play at my wedding, you know.
really,
Awesome.
I like that.
We're in this
cool.
together.
Cass and I are going to argue over a wedding playlist for the next 12 years. So really quickly here, I do want to thank everyone for showing up. We're going to be on essentially hiatus until CIG are back after CitizenCon because we've all got a bunch of life stuff, and then I'm basically gone all of October. CitizenCon, I genuinely don't think that we'll be streaming it because Eric and I will be there in foreign countries without equipment.
You won't be here.
Fuck you. So I honestly think we're not going to do much for that. I really apologize unless Shiver wants to do a watch party for it, but that's up to him. We'll figure.
I'm not even here on the 19th.
Yeah, you're not. I don't even know if we're going to do an after show. I genuinely don't know how much equipment I can bring, and if I can do that. I don't have a laptop, for example, and I can't bring my desktop.
We'll have to record random little tidbits and throw them into our Discord.
Yeah, I think that's probably what we'll have to do. I'm really sorry. It's just I don't think that's this year. I don't think that's gonna pan out. That said, once we're all back, I would really like to do a roundup of what we saw and what we thought and things like that. So please tune in for that whenever that will be, and we'll talk about it in the Discord when it's going to happen.
You know what? If it's going to be that long, like, are we really? That's at least a month, right?
Yep.
So you should tune in to twitch.tv Tale of Horrors at some point because we should be going live before then. I fucking hope.
Yeah. And Shiver can update you at twitch.tv/Table of Horrors on what the fuck we're doing for CitizenCon. I think... Oh, yeah, I know. I think we'll try to do some picks. We'll see. I'd like to. I'm sure we're going to be taking tons of pictures. What else? I was going to say something else. Fuck. So, yeah. For anyone that's going to CitizenCon, if you see us, please say hi.
Yes,
love to see you. Hey, it's Shimmer.
Just don't be,
I like
so
that.
Cool.
I like that.
Just don't be super shocked if we're both stunned that anybody recognizes us, because
Yes.
that's usually my reaction. I'm usually like, "Oh, you actually know who I am? Oh my god."
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was I have to say that was a real fucking problem last time, because when the police say identify yourselves,
Anyway, seriously, love you all, and we will be back. We will be back after CitizenCon, and
Hopefully we have some amazing news to share. Well, no, sorry, not share. Celebrate. That's what I meant.
yeah, and we'll go nuts after. Who knows? You know what, Eric? Maybe you and I will do like a half-hour phone
Yeah, we could.
thing. We'll see what we can do.
It'd have to be on a phone because that's the only piece of equipment we're gonna have. But we could.
Yeah, I'll have a Steam Deck. Maybe I can. No, we'll figure something out. We'll figure something out.
Live from David's Steam Deck.
Love you all. See you in a bit, and let's hope